rush three. A lot mixed it up well, I thought Travis did.
You're averaging like 4.6 yards a carry in the first half, but the sacks were like 4
Took
for
it
30.
away.
Seems like when Taylor does take a sack, it's like an 8. It's always like a
Yeah.
huge sack, and obviously that makes it difficult to run the ball when you're second and 17.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, when we got in trouble, and again, I don't, I haven't watched the tape. I don't know, and so much stuff happens during the game. You don't really remember even the things that you guys do. But where we get in trouble is when we take a sack on first down, and then we're just, that's got to be 0 or positive yard. It can't be -8 because those are hard holes to dig out of, and then it takes, you're throwing it 3 times in a row, whether it's a screen or not. You're throwing 3 times in a row, and you're not getting in that function of offensive line coming off the ball and trying to maul people. I think that's what we did a little bit more in the third quarter.
What was it that allowed Stewart to get on the field at corner? Because I think he hadn't played many snaps since the A&M game.
What we were doing wasn't working. So saying that, well, we're going to play you some and this, that, and that wasn't working. So I just went in and said, we're starting him. And let's figure out if he's the best we have. But this throwing him in the game some and not, and it wasn't working. Let's give him the confidence that we have in him to go be the starter and see what happens. And so that's how that happened.
The guys that showed up on the injury report this week: Selman Bridges, June Kaj, and Anthony Switzer.
All are good. June, I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your question.
Like, can they come back?
Selman just had a fever. I mean, so he'll be back on Monday, and then June Kaj, I don't know that he'll be ready this week, but I'm hoping that he'll be back with that knee against Missouri, and then you said Switz. I think he'll be back by Monday, maybe mid next week. I think he'll be back.
You mentioned Taylon's legs a little bit, maybe in the second half. I mean, what'd you think of maybe his performance in that regard? And maybe he wasn't able to rip off, a big one. Yeah. What do you attribute that to?
Well, they're fast, and they run to the ball hard. But I thought Taylon competed his butt off. I mean, I did. I think he played extremely hard, and we put a lot on his plate, but I thought he competed hard. If you notice, he was taking care of the football. A lot of times when you're not throwing it up and you're taking sacks, a lot of times you're saying, I'm going to take this sack, but I'm not going to have a chance to turn the ball over. And obviously we had the one pick, but that wasn't his fault. That was a dart on the line. I mean, that was a great throw. So, I thought he competed well, and I thought he, helped us get back in the game and get us to 13-10. And I thought he did a great job of driving us down before the fumble to put us possibly 20-17, 20-13, and then we never got the ball back.
Is that something also you kind of live with Taylor on, like, taking the long sacks, like, instead of, there's a big difference in 2nd and 14, 2nd and 18, just because he does have the capability, or is it something where you say, hey, just take it and
No, we're trying to get rid of that. A couple times a day he turned the wrong way. I mean, he went to escape the pocket and ran into the low one, not the high one. The high one you can go the other way, but no, we'll continue to work with him and we've got to protect him better as well. And like I said before, get open on the routes and all that. But no, we don't want that. And Lord knows if he was on the headset, you'd understand that we don't want it, with Bobby. And so we'll get it fixed. We got to get it fixed, and we're working on it. And he is too, more importantly.
So going back to Taylor with his legs, I know in the LSU game you said you didn't want to run because he wasn't ready. Was there any restraints in the first half today, and then you just open up in the second half? Or?
No, none. But because Coach Petrino and I had a talk about that, and we were going to let it fly, because Bobby was asking about it, and I said, nah, hell, let it fly. He's 95%. Let's let him fly. And so no, it didn't. Now LSU did. But this one did not.
Sam, and
Two last ones.
sorry, he's cutting me some slack for age. I know you said the kids would be ready. I know you've been doing this a long time, and you guys are pros and all that. But how tough is this on the coaching staff when you have these tough losses, and kind of how do you sort of rally yourself and the staff under these circumstances?
Well, we got a job to do, and I think we all enjoy our job. More importantly, I think we enjoy who we work with and our kids. And if you're enjoying who you're around and what you're doing, you're going to go work your butt off to try to fix whatever the may need fixed. And these kids are a joy to be around. They really are. And so we'll collect it up and rally around, and I expect us to have a really good game next week.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.